welcome to the Senior Racing Club Split 2 race. And yes, I'm back. Can't get rid of me that easily. Unfortunately, after a period of not being too well, my voice is slowly getting back to normal. I hear you all cheering at that, obviously, but hopefully I should be able to deliver a relatively good stream. If I do go quiet, it's not that I've died, I've just muted myself so I can suffer in silence, if you know what I mean. So we're at Oulton Park, Split 2, the final race of our inaugural season. I think it's fair to say it's been interesting. It's been challenging, but it's also been great, I have to admit. And just have a look at the standings. Obviously qualifying's underway now. But Jorgen is out in the lead by 15 points from Kai. I know Kai's had some fantastic races recently. And in third place we've got Don Harvey. Melvin, who's not racing today because he wants to watch the football. And Uwe in 5th place and Peter in 6th place. Looking at these scores, I think it's between them 6 drivers. Obviously Melvin not racing, so I'm not too sure about Don. I've not heard from Don either. No doubt I'll see him jump on the server at some point. But other than that, I'll go live to qualifying now. Just let me get set up so it doesn't have all the rubbish on the screen. And then we'll be good to go. Let's try and get rid of the blasted little... That's it. So give me a quick check on the sound levels. Can you hear me okay? I can see we've got Aha and we've got Nikos. Hi Andres, you alright? Hi Nikos. And we got Andy McDonald. It's the newbie fixer. Welcome to the chat. I'll try and keep up what you guys are saying during the race. And what I'll do is I'll put the current best lap on before Nikos starts saying, can we have this on, can we have that on? I'll see if I can remember today, or I might need a bit of cajoling and a bit of remembering what's going on. Thanks Nikos for the confirmation there. So I'm not sitting on the bonnet cam, I'm going to go to the TV view. Uwe and Kai and Jorgen actually at times are very, very close. I was watching pre-qualifying before. There's actually not much in them. I think 135's is order of the day. It might sneak a 134, a mid 134 in there. Who will do that? I don't know. It could be either one of them, to be honest. This track's really good, but also really difficult because the back end can come round in several places. So even this first right-hander coming up here, you can ride the curb a bit on the right. If you get it wrong on the left, you will get a track limit and a warning, as I found to my detriment the other day. And this corner, you want to be taking the apex and then drift the car out to the right, get the power down, and then it's full throttle all the way down here. Get the car to the right hand side of the track and try and cut the left-hand bend as fast as possible. And then braking about there, getting the car into a nice corner angle to get the power down early. And then you're braking, obviously up to the chicane, there's a second bollard. Braking after that bollard, drifting across the curb, cutting that curb as much as you can, and then cutting this curb as much as you can within track limits. That'll give you a good drive out then to the next chicane if you like. You're braking about there, drifting it in on the corner, and then trying to drift this corner through. And then again, taking the left-hander here without going too far left. If you go too far left, you'll get track limits as well there, and a warning. So it's not very forgiving, this track, on the track limits and the warnings. Oh, bit of a confusion going on there. Must be braking around there, keeping the car tight to the apex on the second part of the bend, cutting in, and then full power down. That'll take him into the next to last but one corner. That's actually 2 corners in one really. It's one extended corner. Cut the apex and then get the car to the left hand side to just reduce the amount of tarmac you have to run through. That's a good lap. Let's see where that takes him. We can see there Jorgen's done a 135. That lap from Uwe was a 136.1. Sorry, 136 flat. And Jurian's also done a 135.7. Oh, it's going to be interesting, this. I'm just going to disconnect the software and reconnect because there's a glitch. You probably saw that. So I'm just going to reconnect the software. The stream will stay up. Just went the timing channel, okay? The timing controls. Now you should get them. That's a bit better. So just let me put on the best personal best. It was showing the laps as being complete before, which wasn't correct. So I did spot that and did manage to rectify that. I really don't know where this is going to go. I don't know how many are going to race. It might end up with just 10. We might end up with a few more. But I will stay for the full stream if my voice permits. And obviously I'll be dashing off straight after the stream. Ordered a nice Ruby Murray for the football. I've got my cans at the ready. Proper England fan there. And I've got my England top on. Not that you can see that. And I'm sure there's enough people out there wanting to support Les Bleus. And obviously England. I'm not going to spoil the well, I kind of did in Discord before, but the football match that's just gone on. All I'm going to say is wow, wow, wow. This World Cup is full of surprises, and I think it goes to show that the generation of football we've got now is completely different to where it was 20-30 years ago, because a lot of what we classed as the minnow teams are now coming to the fray. But let's not talk football. We've got something far more important. We've got a race on our hands. I did see if someone wanted to join me in the booth, but nobody wanted to. Let's go on board with Kai. And let's go to the cockpit view. Love the sound of the Merc. I think the Merc's got one of the best sounding engines in the game for a GT3 car. Just that rumble of the engine. Sounds excellent. You can see he's riding the curb, cutting there as much as he can. Now, I raced the Audi, and that curb where he spun to the right then and went a little bit wide. In the Audi, if you hit that curb, it really unsettles the car, so you've got to be really careful on the curbs in the Audi. But the Mercedes just doesn't seem to give a monkeys. Hi Mel, hope you're alright. If you want the points that are scrolling across the bottom of the screen removing, just let me know, I can remove them. I just thought it'd be useful for people to realise what the gaps were. Again, it's just adding a bit more to the stream really. Almost like it's not live, just the ones in front, it doesn't go up, it's static as they are now, so you don't have to keep thinking where are they in the tables. So you can see Melvin, who's not racing, is in 4th place. Had a great opportunity here, Melvin, top 3. But you're in good stead. All the points and all that. You'll see he'll start braking here, ride the curb, cut that as much as he can. That's a great angle. Got the power down early. And off he goes. Braking just after this marker. Again, cutting the curb on the right. And I get as close to the black tyres as possible without actually knocking on track, although they don't usually last very long. This is a great lap. Is he up? He's not up because he spoilt it. What I will do is I'm going to jump to Mike Dearlove. Mike is up. His best is a 1:37.1. And he's currently 2/10 up, so it's going to put him into the 1:36s, but it's not going to move him up the table. Yeah, Melvin, I'm enjoying the football too, mate. I don't know if you just watched the football game that was on. I did comment on it, but wow, smile on my face. So we did get into the 134s with Jorgen. What will be interesting though is will Jorgen keep it on track, because I know the GT3s here can get really slippy. This is a mandatory tyre stop, no fuel, so all drivers must pull into the pits at least once to perform a tyre change. So that's going to add to the strategy, and as we've seen throughout the week, people do get the pit stops wrong, so that can add to the to the upset a little bit there. 4 minutes to go. Jorgen currently in pole. Arrived on board with Mike Dearlove. He's now 6/10 up. And his best is a 1:36.8, so he's looking to nudge, if he can, get another couple of tenths into the 1:35s. But not yet, he's not. This is going to put him up at possibly one place at the moment. He might just take James Parks. James Parks and the McLaren's done a great lap. He's 4/10 up as well. James Parks is going into the 1:35s. I think he's been practicing, because that's a fantastic time for James. I know what you're saying, Melvin. I think Seiss going off, he's not going to come back. He's going to be a big miss for a full game. But they're fit as hell, them Moroccans. They can run and run and run, and they're so quick and tall. So yeah, Mike then 1:36.1. Joe Ryan's going quicker. Jerowen. That's how it's spelt. That's how I'll say it. Yeah, he's lost all his time. No one's currently on a flying lap. Everyone's just trying to better what they've got, but they're not achieving much. I will say the person likely to do an improvement is Benny. So Benny was in the Lexus is usually a pretty quick driver. I'd expect him to get to the 1:35s, 1:36s. And Kenny, who's currently in the pits, I know he was doing 1:35s before. Oh no, Kenny's got it in him as well. But as there's not many cars on the circuit, hopefully there's not going to be too many incidents. And it should just be hopefully a clean race. If you have an incident with this, you're going to take half the field out. One minute to go. And he's 3/10 up, 4/10 up. Do you think he'll go fast the next lap as his tyres come in? Oh, he went a bit of a slip there. He's lost all his time on that little slip. I will say on this track, the GT3s, they suffer on the left-hand side with the tyres. Oh, and that's not going to help his tyres. He needs to stay on track here, because if he goes to the pits, he's not going to get another lap in. That's where Benny's going to qualify then. Let's have a quick look at the cars we've got on track. At 5 BMWs, 2 McLarens, 1 Lexus, 1 Mercedes, 1 Honda, and a partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, I think everyone's holding back now. No one's on track going faster. Nice livery, that. Sonax. All bonnet the Mercedes though, isn't it? It's got a huge bonnet and a little cockpit. Right, he's got a chance to get a flying lap in here. He's 3/10 off pole and he spoilt it. He did have a lap there he could have gone for, so I don't know what his issue was there. So who else is out on track? Peter. Let's go on board with Peter. We've not been on board with Peter yet. Mr. Green. What's Mr. Green? Number 23. At the moment, he's down 2/10. He's not going to currently improve. He will be the last one on track, completing his lap. If you hear me just slurping, it's not alcohol, it's fluids from my throat, so I'll carry on talking. Sorry to disappoint you all there. that's it. Qualifying over. Okay, so just waiting for the cars to line up on the grid. And then I'll do a quick grid roll. There's only 10 cars, so it shouldn't take too long. Hi, Michael. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the server's just obviously clicking down time before it switches over. So we will be rerunning the Imola race next week for the Ginetta. And then we're going to be doing just random races during the holiday period. And then what we'll do is we'll look at starting a new season. And we'll get some feedback from yourselves about what you want to do in relation to the season, what sort of races you want, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'm just going to... Cars have just gone to the grid. Get yourself all set up. Okay, so here we go. So pole position, Jorgen, with a time of 1:34.732, the only driver into the 1:34s. Followed by Kai Schaefer with a 1:35.047. Then we've got Uwe Tholen in the BMW with a 1:35.295. Jeroen Woosman with a 1:35.747. Oh, the mouse isn't working very well here. Peter de Jong with a 1:35.8. Richard Mayle with a 1:36.037. Mike Dearlove with a 1:36.112. James Park with a 1:36.270. Benny Hine with a 1:37.510. And Kenny Schmidt with a 1:38.452. Get my mouse back. And let's go to Helicam for the start. 30 seconds. Everyone will be starting their engines shortly. Melvin says more wet races. I have to admit, Melvin, I thought Silverstone, I know not many people liked it. Silverstone was a challenge, but it's so rewarding was that challenge. I was really pleased with Silverstone as a race.
20 seconds.
But we'll see. Put the gaps up on the timing board. And we should be good to go.
10 seconds.
All those people who say wet races aren't fun, well, I think we proved otherwise, didn't we? Hi, Steve. Here we go. Cars are rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Who's going to get the start? Jorgen's got the inside. It's going to make it a challenge though because Kai will want the outside. It's easy for the inside car to drift left a little bit, as I found out with Mr. Bourne the other day. Neither come off, so well worth it. Any second now. We'll be off.
Green light, give it up.
There you go, green, green, green. Both equal there. Mercedes did get a good start. Nice, good driving there. Looks like everyone's got round okay. Great start. All starting to build up. Uwe getting a bit slidey on the curb there. Oh, contact. Jorgen's managed to keep it. Uwe's off track. And Jurian, who did make contact, is now becoming a bit of a roadblock for the cars behind. And I think that's Richard Mayle, who's made a great start in third place there. Really good start. Cameras around, and there we go. Obviously, Jorgen did have a bit of contact from behind, but everyone did seem to get off scot-free there. I think Uwe's at the back, but I think we'll see Uwe come through the field as the race progresses a little bit, and obviously with the pit stops, because we know Uwe's quick. Uwe's was not contact. Uwe got the curb, and the curb seemed to just play a little bit of fun with him there, to be honest. Yeah, Richard in the McLaren looking good. Kenny is putting pressure on Benny, and then Uwe's just behind that. So Benny's also putting pressure on James Parks. That's McLaren, Lexus, and BMW. All going for it, and you can see there just how close they all are. James Parks is putting a lot of pressure on Mike Dealove as well. Mike just going a bit wide there. Don't forget you get track limit warnings quite easy here. Peter's managed to pass Jeroen. I don't know if Jeroen went a bit wide there. So far everyone seems to be obeying track limits. Just getting the tyres settled in by the looks of it. Hi Mark. Kenny there just seems to brake a little bit late. But other than that, all cars still on track. Looking good with everybody there. Uwe's definitely now catching Kenny. He's really going to look at where he can perform the pass, both in the BMW, so this is going to be up to driving style and car, and who's got the biggest kahunas. Obviously it's quite dangerous trying to dive on here. If your driver respects it, you're okay. Otherwise, it's very easy to take someone out. I mean, I did make contact a couple of races. Luckily, didn't cause too much of a problem. Took myself out more than others. James got a bit stuck there. He's looking at it. Uwe there. He's going up the inside. He's had to back out. And again, he's now gaining back up. And Kenny's giving Benny a really good run there. Going for the inside. I thought he was going for that, because that's not a move I'd normally see there. Uwe's got a good run now. Is Kenny going to... Kenny's not gone defensive. He's opening the inside up. Is he going to let it? No, he's realised, but he's going to go wide. That could give Uwe a good run up onto the straight. Start finish straight. But no, it looks like he's going to survive another lap, Kenny there. Uwe's just showing him he's there. That could be off track there for Kenny. As I said, it's not very forgiving, this track, in relation to that. And there's been a bit of a pass here. So just let's do a quick replay on that. This was Mike Dealove and Jeroen. Both in the BMW. You can see Jeroen's car, there's a bit of damage from making contact before. So it looks like Mike's gone very deep there. He has indeed. So he's opened the door by going deep. You can see he's missed his braking point a little bit, and he will get a better run. So yeah, so that moves Jeroen back up to 5th place. I'm going to go back to Uwe at the back. Uwe's still putting pressure on Kenny. See just the difference in acceleration in the corners. Is he going to make a pass here? Nope. Kenny's just shut the door, and the pit window is now open. I would say try run as half a race on your tyres, because the full stretch on the tyres will be a bit of an issue. As I said, the left hand sides do heat up, and what you want to do is keep as much tread. And Uwe's made the pass there. Kenny got a bit deep and had to brake late. That means now Uwe can start chasing down Benny. As we know though, Kenny's not going to give up, and Kenny's he's got onto the curb a little bit there, Kenny. Let's go back, and James is now putting pressure on Mike Dealove And Richard is putting pressure on Peter de Jong. So you can see just how he's pushing that McLaren there. Mr. Green Racing Team BMW. I kind of agree with you, Melvin, but you can't pit this early. Yeah, I'd leave it till 35 minutes and see where he can get, because he's right up the backside of Benny now. In fact, I'll jump to that. So we know Uwe's a quick driver. And that BMW is fantastic in the corners. And in fact, you can see Kenny's just gone a bit wide at the back there. I think he'll get him. The bend after the start-finish straight on the downhill section with the left-hander. I think he'll force Benny into a bit of a mistake. We shall see. Yeah, but Nikos, it's your tyres. You need to think of your tyres. If you pit too early, your tyres will not last, and you'll be a sitting duck at the end on this track. You just end up too slidey, and you'll miss your braking points in the corners. Hello, Peter. Welcome, sir. Nice to see you. Yeah, he's definitely looking quick as Uwe there. And Jorian's had a bit of an off. Let's see what's happened with Jorian. Has he just put too much in and got on the curb? Let's see what's gone on. So he's not under threat. He's broke late and deep, and that's took him onto the grass. He's kept the power down, which has caused him to over-rotate the car. He's hit the barrier, not hard, but that could be an issue for him. He might want to consider pitting now. In fact, Kenny's now gone off as well. Well, I think I'm still in replay mode here, actually. No, I'm not in replay mode anymore. And Uwe is now right on the back of Benny. And you can see James is in front of that. Hi, Craig. He's gone for the... Oh, I thought he was going to go up the inside. I mean, as I said before, you need the other driver to... oh, he's got him here. I don't know if Benny's let him go there. That, to me, like Benny realised he's much quicker. And I think we'll see Uwe now charge down James Parks. He's having a great race, to be honest. Let's just jump forward a little bit. So, Richard Mayle was on the hump before, but it looks like Peter's now got his tyres warmed up. But again, he's still taking a bit of a wide corner there. Hi, Peter. Peter Martin, that is. Normally better than this. I'm still recovering with my voice, so it's not as clear and as slick as it normally could be. My apologies. I had a notification Benny had gone off track then, but he hasn't. He's just not as going fast as the others. Let's go to James. So this is where the battle's going to be at. That's what James can see in his mirrors. German in the German car, chasing him down. Going to go for the pass there. He's looking like it. No. You can see the difference in cornering. He's coming out the corners with so much more speed compared to James, and now the court might deal of up. So this is going to give James a bit of a problem, because he's not only got to look at his mirrors, he's got to make sure he's keeping his eyes on front. Otherwise, he's going to end up running potentially into the back of Mike Dearlove and getting passed by Uwe. So Uwe's making good progress here. So what Uwe could be doing here is pushing his tyres to the limit. That's where he made a mistake before. He wants to be careful on that curb. And then I'd pit for my tyres, because he's so much got the pace, and he could easily get that gap ahead of these cars. or his pit stop. The gap in front with Kai is 3 seconds. And his best times are 1:35.6. Benny's off track. Yeah, same place as before. I think he's just gone a little bit wide. James is now putting pressure back on Mike Dearlove. But James is pushing well, to be fair. You'll see the angle difference, the corners there, though, through that chicane. James is having a great race here, to be fair. Really, really going for it. Really going for it. Look at the 3 of them there coming through that corner. Really battling. Again, some fantastic liveries on show. James has made a mistake as he opened the door. I don't know if he's let Uwe pass there, to be honest. That looked like he dinked deliberately to let Uwe past. Again, knowing how quick Uwe is. And Uwe's now going to hunt Mike down. I don't think it's going to be too long before he does manage to get Mike, because he's looking really quick as Uwe. Kenny's doing donuts. Well, let's see what happens to Kenny. Must be feeling a bit hungry. Guys, stop off and get a couple of donuts on his way. Can be tiresome work and hungry work, this racing, you know. So don't blame him sometimes, stopping off, getting some food on the way. That drive-through donut stall, always appealing. Yeah, he's just slid it there and then got onto the grass. He's not damaged the car, though. In fact, them front tyres did lock up, so he will have probably put a bit of a flat spot on them. He recovers and carries on. The battle's still with these 3 cars. I will give some track time to the others. I just want to keep track of this battle at the moment. Obviously, watching cars race is more important, more fun than watching cars just sit at the front. Well, it does look like... so Uwe's passed Mike then. Missed that. My apologies. I must have missed that when I was concentrating on Kenny going off track. Let's have a quick rundown. Kai is currently leading the race in the Mercedes with a best lap of 1:35.422. Followed by 3 seconds behind Jorgen in the Honda with a best lap of 1:35.9. 3.9 seconds behind that, we've got the BMW of Peter de Jong with a best lap time of 1:35.89. And behind that, we've got McLaren of Richard Mayle with a 1:35.992. And we've got Uwe Thollen, who we've been following, with the 1:37.055. That's his best lap, but he has done a 1:35, which was an invalid lap. So we know he's got the pace if he can keep on the track. 2.5 seconds behind that, we've got Mike Dearlove, also in a BMW. And then 2.6 seconds behind that, we've got James Parker, who's having a great race in the McLaren. Benny Hine, 4 seconds behind in the Lexus. And Kenny Smith, who we saw go off before, 16 seconds behind in the BMW, has probably got flat spotted tyres, so you might see him pit. Jerry Winner has already pitted. So he's pitted, he's probably done his tyre change and also recovered the damage he had on his car. His pit stop was a little bit long, so I think he's had the damage repaired. Jorgen has just started to reel in Kai, so let's just sit on this for a little bit to see what's going on. These two guys, the lap times. The fastest person on track at the moment is Uwe, and followed by Jorgen. So Jorgen's not hanging around here. He's 1.8 seconds behind Kai at the moment. I think we'll see that gap start to come down. But we're probably getting into that position now where one or two drivers may be thinking and looking at the pit window and thinking, I could go for an early dive here. Or they might do the complete opposite and stay out. Okay, I've got James Parks off track. He's definitely having a bit of an adventure there. And he's whacked the wall. Let's have a quick look at that. Because it looks like his bonnet's up. Let's see how he does it. It goes wide. Oh, he does the same as Giroud. Don't put your foot down. The car will carry on rotating. And there he goes. Bang into the wall. So as part of his pit stop, he's going to have that damage repaired as well. Okay, so let's go back to the camera. Jorgen's not gaining any further on Kai. So Kai must have made a bit of a mistake earlier on. So Uwe's 11.1 seconds behind Richard. Let's see how quick he can get that gap down. Kai's just starting to pull away again now as well. On that. So that gap with Uwe is a bit static. The last laps though. Looking at the last laps, Uwe's just under a second faster. So he's definitely on a mission. Kai's current lap will be his quickest lap. So I think Kai's acknowledged that Jorgen's there. And he's just put quite a quick lap in comparison actually. It's listed at the bottom of the screen, Peter, scrolling across. That is as it stands, not taking into consideration the driver's current finish positions. So if Jorgen stays in second place and doesn't crash out, he will become the champion and Kai will be the runner-up. And I think Don and Melvin will probably drop down a couple of places, so Uwe could end up being third. I need to confirm that because obviously we've got the drop races to consider. But as it stands at the moment, I think it's going to be Jorgen who will be the Split 2 champion. But it'll all come out in the wash tomorrow once the Split 2 race is done and we can work out who's won what. That gap is stabilised between Kai and Jorgen now. They're more or less doing lap for lap. So these guys are pretty measured. Is there a gain in pitting? Not too sure. You try and put pressure on the car in front and get them to make a mistake. Again, not too sure. James Parks is in the pits. He's had a lot of damage repaired, but he has now fulfilled, I believe, his pit stop. So he can race till the end. He is now at the back. That will be expected if he's just done his pit stop. Uwe is not gaining on Richard. He's lost a second on Richard. Yeah, Richard's last lap was the second fastest on track. Kai is still in the 135s, so Kai is pushing. And he's now starting to pull away. We've got Kenny off track, doing a bit of off-roading. He has not yet pitted, so that could be his tyres with him spinning and locking them up before him doing the donuts. You can see he's really sliding that car around. Oh, he could be in the barrier here. No, he's kept it again. Look at that. Great bit of driving just to not hit the barrier there, because there's a gap you can get through there if you're lucky. Otherwise, it's they're not hay bales, they're concrete. They just shatter your car. Oh yeah, Kenny's struggling a little bit there. Where's the closest battle on track? I think it's still Jorgen. Peter's catching. Peter de Jong, do not rule him out. I think this track does suit the BMW well, because the BMW rides the curbs. Jorgen there in the Finsk Bank Honda Evo 2. Yeah, he's losing time now, massive time, nearly a second to Kai. But saying that, Peter's losing time as well. Peter's 1 second down on his lap here from where he was previously. So Peter must have made a big mistake. Mike Dealove is going quicker. for himself, for his own, is on his personal best at the moment. Yeah, Peter's just saying in the chat the Honda gets very risky after 25 minutes. Easy to spin. Is that risky or frisky, Peter? Probably both. Both are applicable. Tick all that apply. Can't believe that tyre bale's still there. Usually disappears first corner, that first lap. Still there though. And Mike's still making his fastest lap. I think this track suits the McLaren though, Nikos. I think that's why the McLaren's doing pretty well. No one's yet looking like they're pitting, but Mike's still on a fast lap. This will be Mike's fastest lap. Still not going to compete with the guys in front, but for him, he's just done a 1:36.5, and Uwe is in the pits. Let's see how long Uwe's in the pits for. So we've had 3 drivers pitted. Kenny's coming out the pits and has got out in front of James Parks, who's just behind him. So Uwe's just going to be doing his tyres. There doesn't look like there's any damage on his car because there was no contact. Benny's now past him, but Benny's got to pit. So I'd expect him to be dropping any second now and going and starting to roll a little bit. Stick in there. There you go. That's what I was expecting. So his pit was very quick indeed. That's going to be the marker. Every second people are slower than that, he's going to gain on them. And if he can put the laps in now with the tyres, he's going to be in a great position. Yeah, he'll be getting his tyres warmed up. It takes a good lap to get your tyres warm here, but they do warm up quickly. Once you've done that first lap, your second lap, they really start bubbling towards the end of it. So it is quite easy to get your tyres warm on this track, which is good. Oh, and there's been an issue. Kai's off. What's happened? Kai's made a mistake. Not too sure what's gone on here. He's at the curb there, but he's okay. Everything looks all right there. How's he got? Has the bend caught him out? The fast left-hander, and he's gone wide onto the grass. Oh, he's drifted it round. Oh, is he hit the wall? Oh, has he done a? Oh, he's got away with it, but he's going to have to let Jorgen past. Yeah, that's and he's let Richard past as well. And he's now got Woosman behind him, but that is not for position. So that will have upset his tyres somewhat there. Interesting. But Uwe's now managed to pass Mike Dearlove in the pits because Mike's now in the pits. Mike's pit stop was a lot slower than Uwe's. So Uwe's, as I said, that's setting the precedent that. He's 4 seconds quicker than the next quickest person in the pits. So I think Kai is now going to lose out to Uwe. And here comes Kai into the pits. Did he get the car stopped quick? He seemed to be still going under full throttle there then. So let's go on board with Uwe and see where Uwe goes to. Bearing in mind Kai's still in the pits. This will be close. But Kai did not hit anything. But this is going to be really close. Got another 20 seconds. They're going to come out together, I think. Kai's moving. Here comes Uwe. This is going to be fantastic. Let's see where Kai is. Kai will now be getting the power down, but Uwe will see him. Kai's on new cold tyres, well, fresh tyres. You will need to warm them up. And there he is, just in front. So Uwe can now see Kai. That's his target set. Can I accomplish the mission? And looking at that, then pit stops. Yeah, he was quicker than Kai as well. So he definitely gained in that pit stop as a result of that. So only 3 cars left to pit. Jorgen, who's currently leading. Peter de Jong, who's currently second, 6.4 seconds. Richard Mayle, who's 4 seconds now. I don't know if Richard knows there's a pit stop. He's going to find out one way or the other, isn't he? So, anyway, could be his loss there, unfortunately. Yeah, Peter, I added that just before the race just to try and help. I appreciate it's a little bit small, but I didn't want it to be too much of the screen. So I've just put it on at the bottom, just out the way a little bit. I just thought it'd be a nice little touch, just so people can see who's where at the moment. This is not, that's not a live score, by the way. That's pre this race. Uwe's definitely gaining. He's down to 1 second now. See on these this next lap will be a good guide. Uwe's just done a 1:35.9. I'll be interested to see what Kai does this lap. They are pretty matched at the moment, actually. Yeah, you can see there. Kai can see him in the mirror, but at this moment in time. So that's not the viewer one, it's the viewer one. Yeah. Kai's quicker through there by 2/10. Kai knows where he's quicker. A live score, that'd be very difficult, that, Craig. Very difficult. I do try and do different things all the time. I'm working on my own overlays, which will be different to what you see on the screen, and I'll be able to do a lot more with that. And that's potentially something I could do by reading the JSON file in and working out where they are and what the point scoring is. But I'm hoping to do some work on that over the holiday break. But the tower will disappear. It'll be presented differently. There'll be a few other little niceties in there as well. Uwe's quick through that last section, but this is where Kai's quicker. Uwe closes the gap, but then Kai pulls away. Although he seems to have got better of him here a little bit. Cap's 3/10 quicker at the moment, Uwe is. So just to say, compare the laps like I said they would do. Kai's last lap was a 1:35.9. Uwe's was a 1:35.8. So they're both, and that was Uwe's fastest lap ever in the race. So you can see that they're really pushing the pair of these two guys. Put that into context, Jorgen, who's currently in the pits, I'll see what his first lap is with decent tyres. So this is everyone in the pits now. This is Jorgen's to throw away, and I think this will give Jorgen the championship quite clearly. Kai's quicker now. But Kai's really put the foot down. He's 8/10 quicker than Uwe this lap. Mike Dealov's fast. Benny's flying. This next set of tyres seems to be suiting everybody, actually. Everyone's really going I know the fuel's coming down as well. But the tyres and the fuel is making a big difference. Kai is absolutely shifting here. Kai's just done a 1:35.3, which is the fastest lap. And Uwe's just done a 1:36 flat. And they've both come out in front of Richard. So Richard was in front of these two. Both come out in front of Richard. Richard's, you know what? His pit was 6 seconds slower than Uwe's. 6 seconds. So that's lost him 2 places, that pit stop alone. So he's now got 2 BMWs he's got to get past, but that now puts Kai in a net third. But just in front of Kai, you can see another BMW, and that is Peter de Jong. He's 2.6 seconds behind Peter, and he's putting pressure on Peter now. And we've got a couple of cars now who are all in, as you can see, touching distance of each other. So you can see all the cars there. You can even see Jorgen just going around the corner at the end then. So they're all battling now. This is going to get interesting towards the end. Peter's keeping up with lap times though. So this lap will be interesting what Peter pulls out and what Jorgen's doing compared to the guys behind. Really flying around there, that McLaren, in it. Loads of power. So we'll see what Jorgen does as he comes over the finish line. It's his first lap out of the pit, so that's not going to count. I think Peter's the same actually. We'll have to wait for the next lap. Kai's just done a 1:35.962. Uwe's done a 1:35.932. So they are absolutely rocketing at the moment. And Peter's just said, you know what, I'm done with this. He's just put his foot down. I'm just watching the splits coming up now on his times. We've got a car off. It's Jerwin. Trying to work out where he is. So he's just split. Interesting place to go off there. He's obviously got odd tyres on the... I reckon he's hit the curb through the second chicane, and it's pushed him round to the right hand side. Yeah, Peter's flying here. He's not gonna win any awards for fastest lap, but he's certainly put his foot down. But again, lack of fuel now, decent tyres, and I think we're seeing the guys start to bang them fast laps in. Kai's still 2.6 seconds behind. Uwe's dropped off Kai. Richard is gaining on Uwe. So Richard is within a second of Uwe now. I don't know whether Uwe's pushed too much early on with his tyres or he's had a bit of a problem. But Richard's now gaining, and you can see there visually, although Richard did get a bit of a twitch on there coming out the corner. And there's Richard with the fastest lap. Said he was going fast, a 1:35.385. That's now fastest lap, and don't forget the fastest lap is your 1 point. Richard is new to the championship, so it's not going to really matter for him. What that does mean is he steals a point from someone else. Jorgen's flying. Jorgen's into the 1:35s at the moment as well. Richard's just backed off a little bit here. Well, that was obviously his out fast lap, and he's now half a second down. So he was running in optimum with his tyres there. Jorgen's 3/10 up, so Jorgen's absolutely shifting at the moment. And James is gaining on Kenny. James is having a great race. I remember James always being, I hope he doesn't think I'm speaking out of turn, he always used to be the cannon fodder at the back. And, you know, he always raced regardless every week, which was always respectful. But actually, he's obviously learned a lot from racing with different people, because he's having a great race here. And you can see he's actually gaining. Oh, is that class as commentator's curse? Oh, I'm so sorry, James. I feel awful now. Yeah, that's kind of trashed his car a little bit. Yeah, note to self, don't praise drivers. Yeah, he's gone to the pits. Sorry for that, James. Oops. In my mouth. Yeah. The curse, yeah, cheers, Nikos. So, guys now, Jorgen's running 135.5, Peter's 135.4, Kai's 135.8. So the guys in the first, second and third are all in the 135s and are pushing. But Jorgen's after the fastest lap here. He's on for the fast. Is he on for the fastest lap? Yes. He just needs to keep it together. That curb's just upset the car a little bit. But he's on for the fastest lap at the moment. Just. No, he's lost time now. He's still green. Don't get me wrong. He's still green. And he's gained a little bit in that corner. He must have had that corner nailed. This will be interesting. Because that means he's going to gain an extra point. Fastest lap. Here we go. Am I right? I am indeed. 135.255. Jorgen Pedersen with the fastest lap. Now Richard's showing us going slow. I think he got a twitch coming out the corner. But the field is now spread out a little bit more now. So everyone's done a valid pit stop. The standings and the gaps are as follows. So in first place at the moment by 4 seconds, Jorgen. Second place, Peter de Jong, who's 3 seconds ahead of, you can see the Mercedes behind him. Kai Schaefer. Kai's on a good lap here as well. Kai's going for a really good lap. He's 4 seconds clear of Uwe. Uwe's gone off the boil. He's a second slower than every other driver on track at the moment. He's 2 seconds in front of Richard. Richard is struggling all of a sudden. He's nearly 2 seconds off the pace. And you can see there he's really pushing his tyres. He's 10 seconds ahead of Mike Dearlove. So Richard and Mike are friends. So I think they know each other. So that's going to be a personal battle between them. Then he's 35 seconds down the track from Mike. And then 18 seconds behind that we've got Jeroen. And then 15 seconds behind that we've got Kenny Schmidt. And Kai puts us into the 134s. Quicker than qualifying. Kai is on a mission. Welcome to the race, Mr. Schaefer. Nope, hit the grass. Oh, there's the curse again. To be fair, he hit the curb just as I said that, so I'm not being guilty of that one. Oh, but that means Uwe's passed him. And is Mr. Mail going to get him as well? Richard's got him as well. He was absolutely flying. Wow. Oh, he was flying there, Mr. Schaefer, as well. He's put him down to 5th place. I'm going to keep on these two because this is where the battle is. Looks like Kai didn't damage his tyres too much though. But he did really push that curb on the right hand side, which upset the car and caused him to do what he did. But you can see Richard is now putting pressure on Uwe. More to come, Mr. Melvin there. Mr. Garland. he's got a little wheel of doom somewhere, Melvin, and he's spinning it like a Ouija board for races. Off into barrier. Car number X. And so far so good, my voice is holding out. Boo, I hear you all say. Richard's really close here. Jeroen's off. He's back up again. Let's go back to this battle. The McLaren's come good. So he must have been taking his time a little bit there, Richard, because he was really down. And he's back on it again. Oh, this is the bit where you can't see the cameras, isn't it? That one. Peter has pitted, Craig. All drivers have pitted. Kenny's off track. You can see him there on the right, double yellows. Shouldn't have been double yellows. He's not on track. Never mind. Should have been a single waved yellow, that one. 4 tenths behind Uwe here. Ooh, really. He's taken that brilliantly through there. That gave him a 10th as well. Oh, he just had to push a little bit to the left there because he was going to go into the back of the boot of the BMW there of Uwe. You have to put it back in again. That lost him half a second. Kai's not far behind. Although I do think they're falling away from Kai now. I don't know if Kai's just got to get his tyres back again. This is where the battle is. Peter's 5 seconds behind Jorgen now. So that battle looks like it's been set. And Kai's off again. What's happened to Kai? Everything looks alright there. Kai's pitting. Got too much damage. Oh, wow. Yeah. He's going to feel that. That's not going to buff out easily, is it? And there he is, he's pitting. That's going to push him down the leaderboard. Let's go back to this battle with Mail and Tholen. This is where Richard seems much quicker than Uwe through the chicane. He's definitely looking quicker down here. It's back down to 8 seconds. Put 1/8 of a second again now. This is where he broke himself before. He's now really close. He's got a good drive out of there. That's given him another 3 tenths. But again, this isn't a passing area unless there's a mistake. He's down to 3 tenths behind. That's another 2 tenths gained. Yeah. He's getting to the point where it's hard to get too close. Uwe's gone defensive now, as you can see, so that might compromise Uwe's exit out of the corner and give Richard... Oh, Richard got a bit of a twitch at the back end there as well. And that means Uwe just gets another 2 tenths back as a result. They're only running 137s though, and here comes Kai, but Kai will be a lap down. Such a shame. Kai was doing brilliantly. Some great lap times. That 134.6. It's going to give him a point though. This is the battle on track I'm going to stay with, guys, okay? The others are quite a few seconds behind each other. This is where I think the race is... this is for the podium. Really interesting to see where this goes. Both guys are running 137s. Just to put that into context, Jorgen and Peter in front of them are 135s. So they're 2 seconds off the pace. Uwe there. Hit big chunk of curb. This is where Richard seems to be quicker. The exit to this corner. I may not be racing tomorrow night in the split one. If I'm not racing, I will stream it as the final race. Really flying now, Richard. He's 0.2 tenths off. He lost a bit there, actually. He's really up his jacksy now. Really pushing, really pushing. That timing screen's wrong. And you can see. Kai's getting in on both. Kai's nearly 2 seconds quicker than the pair of them. Kai back into 135s. I think. Good respectful racing though. Richard's not going for any stupid moves. And Uwe's defending where he needs to defend. But he also knows where he's quicker. A great race in this. You can see there, Uwe just got a better exit from the chicane. This is where Richard seems to be quicker. You can see Kai's really gaining on them now. Sliding that around the corner then. Oh, he's off track though. Let's be careful. Go too far and keep it planted. It'll put you in the wall on the opposite side of the track there. Got away with that one, I think. Certainly struggling a little bit now, Richard, actually. He's down to a second. He was 2/10 before. He's now a second behind. But looks like Uwe might have weathered the storm there and is going to claim third place on the podium. 3 minutes to go, guys. Are we going to have a driver of the day? Are we going to stick with the leader, the winner? At the moment, is looking like Jorgen, who's 7 seconds ahead of Peter. Peter's had a great race considering where he qualified. He's just got through the field really well and managed to stick with it, to be honest. Uwe's third. Bearing in mind he made that mistake at the start, went wide, and has battled to get back to where he is. Oh, Uwe's a good shout there. Jorgen, yeah. Considering this is a final race and it's a championship for the championship, Jorgen's just got on with it. See there how quick Kai is compared to... Kai's really going for it. Richard's not in the championship, so he's just moved over and let Kai back, so that's good driving by Richard. That's what we want to see. You can say it twice, Melvin, it only counts once. You can say it 4 times, it still only counts once. 5 times, it still only counts once. He's got 2 laps left. Of course, he could have his fuel wrong, and he could run out of fuel. And there's been a bit of a bump at the back of the grid between Kenny and James. Not too sure what went on there. They've come together. See, Kenny's bonnet's not looking very healthy at all. Looks like he's been eating something. Oh, hi, Trevor. I didn't know you were secretly watching. Trevor's coming to stamp his authority on the driver of the day, I see. Well, that bonnet's really not looking healthy, is it? I think James could get him here. Maybe that's why there was the contact initially. James is wanting to do a bit of grass cutting. Just behind. Don't know if he's going to get him, but he's having a damn good go. The Jorgen's coming up. His last but 1 lap. Sorry if you can hear me drinking there, it's just to make sure I can carry on talking till the end. Here we go. Final lap.
Final lap. Give it all you can.
Let's sit on board with Jorgen. Been no drive-throughs. Richard's pitted. Why is Richard pitted? No, I've no idea. Maybe realise it's not a championship race and he's decided to call it a day. He's got so much, see the handling of the Honda on this track. He's just got it well in control there. Doesn't look like he's pushing it, we know he is. Corners. shoot, shut PC down, and go and watch the football. So I won't be hanging around. Brilliant race that. Jorgen, I think, does deserve driver of the day, and I believe he is the championship winner. I will confirm.
He's finished the race.
He is the winner of the race. Peter's coming home in second. Duvet in third. Mike Dearlove coming round in fourth. Great result that, Mr. Dearlove. That wasn't a track limits at the end there, just to ruin your race. Benny, great finish for Benny actually, considering where he started. Really turning that into the corners. Struggling with grip, I think. See him over the line. I think he's the only one who's trying to work out with Kenny. I think Kenny stopped on the line. On the corner as well, that Lexus, to be fair. There's Benny crossing the line. Well done, Benny. Great finish that in the end. And that's it. All cars classified. Well, the stream will be ending there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the football. Catch you all again. Bye all.